Welcome back into the Frog Film Room here. The head coach, Sonny Dykes, is alongside. I said something to you post-game that I think back now, and because I know how competitive you are, that no coach wants to hear. And that was after the Kansas State game. I said, hey, you got to give them credit. They were good,
Yeah.
but they were good.
Oh, for sure. No,
Yeah.
they're a good football team and they played well and, really executed their offense well. We didn't do a very good job getting our team prepared. I think anytime your performance is that, you go back and you say, okay, what could we have done better from a preparation standpoint? So we'll learn from it and grow from it. It was a hard lesson to learn, but we'll learn from it and get corrected and move forward.
Here is our impact play of the day. This is a 35-yard run from Amani. I thought Amani had a pretty solid day.
He did, yeah. He had 100 yards, and he had
Yeah.
a couple of good long runs, but there's the consistency wasn't there in the run game. Our ability to get 3 and 4 yards a run wasn't there, and what happened to us over and over again is we'd run the ball on first down and be second and 8, and then we'd try to run it again on second down. And all of a sudden, we're looking at 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, and
Right.
that's playing right into Kansas State's hands. They're going to show you some exotic looks defensively on 3rd down, and force your quarterback to check protections and make good decisions, and show you a lot of different things, whether it's drop 8 or rush 6 or whatever it may be.
Yeah. When you think about it, too, now you got an open date really before a short week at Texas Tech. Gives you some time to correct some of the issues, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to take every second we have.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we had a really good practice on Sunday, and our players had a great attitude. I mean, they want to get better, and they know that we need to get better, and we need to improve, and certainly need to play better than we did Saturday. And we've kind of been an up and down team. We've looked really good at times this year, and other times we looked bad, and that was not a performance that's indicative of this team. So I think everyone's disappointed, but like anything else, you got to learn from it and move on.
All right, week off this week. No week off. It's an open date, I should say. And then Texas Tech coming up. We'll talk about the Red Raiders when we come back here on the Frog Film Room. Back we come here at Frog Film Room. The head coach is alongside. All right, question of the week from Old Trapper. It's what's your beef? And this is one you think about an open week maybe. All right, we're going to drop you on an island. You're there. You're shipwrecked on an island. You have one album and you have one movie. What is it?
Man, that's a good question. Movie's probably Shawshank Redemption.
Nice.
It's one of my all-time favorites. I've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Because there's a rule too on the album. It can't be a greatest hits because I threw out the Eagles' greatest hits.
Yeah,
but that's a cop out.
Yeah.
So I went with Boston.
That's a good one.
Because that album was essentially their greatest hits, if you remember, because they waited forever to put out the second.
They did. Waited a long time and then waited till I was in high school to put out the third stage.
Yeah.
It was probably favorite album of all time is probably U2 Joshua Tree.
Great one. Yeah.
It came out I believe sophomore year in high school, and so listened to it a bunch.
What does it say about me that I was debating between Fletch and Napoleon Dynamite for the movie?
Two solid choices.
Yeah, that's your Old Trevor question of the week. All right, Texas Tech, much like TCU, high expectations in Lubbock this year. This is an experienced roster. When you start to look at the numbers, there's a lot of older players on this roster.
Yeah, there is a lot of experience.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that have played a lot of football, really, and I think they're kind of going through some of the things we're going through. They've had some issues at the quarterback position in terms of injuries, and started a young quarterback last week, and but they've kind of fought through some things. I mean, they've took Oregon to the very end of the ball game, had an opportunity to win there, really played well against Kansas State, had their opportunity to win that game too, and so they've looked really good at times, and they're a little bit like us. It's just they've had a hard time finishing off some games that they probably look at and said, man, we should have finished this off and could have won this game, but they're going to play hard. I mean, that's the one thing about Texas Tech. They're always going to play hard. It's a Thursday night. I'm sure Jones Stadium will be sold out, and it'll be a great crowd and a tough environment.
Second year in a row that they've had to play three quarterbacks now. Tyler Shuck, you mentioned this year, and then a little different in that their offensive attack, they're running the football a lot at Tech this year.
Yeah, they are running, but their running back's really good. I think one of the best backs in the Big 12, if not the best, and runs hard, finishes runs. They do a nice job of featuring him and getting the ball different ways. They'll throw it to him. They'll do a lot of different creative things to get him the football. And he's a tough guy. I mean, he really does finish runs incredibly well. He's one of those guys that you get him hemmed up and you think, you have him for a 2 or 3 yard gain, and he ends up gaining 5 or 6. Just really strong and finishes well.
All right, next Thursday night. Look forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Ready to get back out and get back on track.
That's Sonny Dykes. That's Frog Film Room for this week.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, nothing comes easy. That's why you gotta be tough. My truck, it's tough. My crew, definitely tough. But Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Oh, it's a puppy.